Hi, good day everyone. My name is Pepito Oroyo Jr. and today I'm going to report about the law on obligation and contracts, focusing on Section 1, Payment or Performance, under the Article 1232, Article 1233, and Article 1234. So let's start. Article 1232. Payment means not only the delivery of money, but also the performance in any other manner of an obligation. So basically, first, before the payment, first and foremost, there should be pre-existing obligations. Why? Because if there is no obligation, there is no payment to speak of in the first place. Bakit ka nga naman magbabayad kung wala ka namang obligasyon? So you have to, it should be first pre-existing obligations. Example, I give myself an option to buy a specific car, buy a car. So I'm in the process of deciding to buy a car. So in this case, I still do not have obligations kasi I'm on the process pa lang. So, hindi pa ako bibili ng car. So, I don't have an obligations. But once I decided to buy a car, this is the time that the obligation to pay in my part will existed. So, example, I buy that car as an installment. So, kunwari, nag-down payment na ako, nag-pass ako ng papers, requirements, pag nag-a-apply ka, pag bumibili ka ng car. So, after down payment, now, I have an obligation to pay it monthly. So, in order for me to extinguish that obligation, syempre, I have to pay the car monthly. So, based on the Article 1232 about payment is not only limited to paying what we know ordinarily. So the term payment does not only refer to the delivery of money only, but as a legal mode, it has a much wider meaning. It includes by performance of obligations. So meaning, payment is the delivery of money or delivery of a thing. With regard to real obligations, or obligations to give. It also includes the doing or not doing something. Pag ang obligation naman, personal obligation, so ito yung obligation to do or not to do. So it's just like obligee, creditor, obligor, debtor, performance, payment. So those terms are twin terms. Again, in this article, performance and payment are synonymous in this Article 1232. Again, payment is obligations to give, while performance is referred to obligations to do. Simple as that. So actually this Article 1232 are focusing kung ano nga ba talaga ang payment and performance. Okay, let's proceed to Article 1233. Article 1233. A debt shall not be understood to have been paid unless the thing or service in which the obligations consist has been completely delivered or rendered as the case may be. So, sa Article 1233, may pinag-usapang a debt. So, what is debt? So, in law, under the law, debt may refer to an obligations to deliver money, to deliver a thing, to do an act, or not to do an act. So, debt not necessarily mean na may utang kang pera. It can be a thing, to do an act, or not to do an act. And syempre, if you have debt or may utang ka, there's corresponding obligations to pay. So, when in Article 1233, when is debt considered as paid? So are there two requisites? So we have there are two requisites to consider as paid. Number one, integrity of prestation, and number two, identity of prestation. Let's go to integrity of prestation. What is integrity of prestation? the prestation must be fulfilled and complete. So meaning, it should be complete to extinguish the obligations. So yun lang yung sinasabi ko sa integrated prestation. It must be fulfilled and complete. Okay, example. I owe money to my sister worth 10,000 pesos. And the time na magbabayad na ako, binayaran ko lang siya ng 9,000 pesos. So, kulang ako ng 1,000 pesos. And dito sa integrated prestation, my ate has the right to refuse my payment 9,000 pesos. Kasi nga, dito, di ba, must be fulfilled and complete. Which is, hindi ko na-fulfilled and kompleto yung binigay ko sa kanya. Hindi yung pinausapan namin na 10,000 pesos. Kasi lack ako ng 1,000. So, my ate has the right to refuse the payment under this Article 1233. Let's go next with identity of prestation. What is identity of prestation? The very prestation must be delivered or performed. So, meaning the very thing or service due must be delivered or performed completely. So, example, I ordered sa ABC store ng 100 jasmine rice, 100 sacks of jasmine rice. Ang ABC store, nag-deliver naman sa akin ng 100 sacks rice. Kaya nga lang, ang diniliver sa akin not jasmine, kundi sinandome. So, di ba nga, dito sa identity of prestation, it must be delivered or performed completely. Hindi naman sinandome yung order ko. Di ba nga, order is jasmine rice. So, as a buyer, I have the right to refuse to pay yun sa diniliver ng seller na which is sinandome rice. Kasi hindi nila na-perform completely. So, hindi pa tapos ang obligation nila. Dapat mag-deliver nila sa akin yung order kong jasmine rice. So, may exemption dito. Nasa Article 1234 which we tackled next. And, okay. Again, sa Article 1233, in order for a debt to consider as paid, so, dapat meron tayong two requisite. Ito yung integrity of prestation and identity of prestation. Alright, let's proceed to Article 1234. Article 1234. So, in the Article 1234, if the obligation has been substantially performed in good faith, the obligor may recover as though there had been a strict and completely fulfillment, less damages suffered by the obligee. Okay, in this Article 1234, this is the first exemption for the general rule sa Article 1233. Diba ito yung sinasabi ko dun sa integrity of prestation, identity of prestation, may exemption. So, this is the exemption sa Article 1233. So, again, Article 1234 is a substantial performance or compliance in good faith. In such a way, hindi naman talaga complete yung performance, but there's substantial compliance in good faith. So, the law considers the debt as paid. And there are certain requisites that must be comply with before you can apply the Article 1234. So, ano to? Ito yung 1, substantial performance, and 2, obligor must be in good faith. So, hindi sila pwedeng substantial performance lang, hindi rin siya pwedeng in good faith lang. So, dapat magkasama yung dalawa, substantial performance in good faith. So, there is, ano nga ba substantial performance? When there is substantial performance when the important or essential part of the contract has been performed and only small or minor part has not been carried out. So, I'll give example of the Article 1234. So, the seller obliged himself to deliver with 500 bags of cement to a buyer with a certain price. However, despite diligent effort on his part, the seller was able to deliver just only 400 bags of cement because of cement shortage. So in this case, we can infer that the seller wants really to comply with his obligations to deliver the entire 500 bags of cement. But he could not do so for a reason beyond his control kasi nagka-cement shortage nga. So it shows the good faith, di ba? So again, Article 12, under the Article 1234, the seller can recover as though had been completely delivery less the price of 100 bags. So the seller must show, however, that he attempted to comply his obligations. So, eto na yun. Pwede niya ma-recover kasi hindi naman niya control yung cement shortage. So, instead, dahil 500 in order, 400 lang deliver ni seller kay buyer, so ilas lang natin yung 100 dun sa babayaran ni buyer. So, yun ang pinopoint dito sa Article 1234, your exemption dun sa Article 1233. Hope you understand my report about the payment of performance under the Article 1222, 1233, and 1234. Thank you.